So you have been looking for all the different inspo. You feel like you have great style, but why do you still hate your outfit every time you put it on? Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Karina. This video is actually inspired by Phoebe Taylor, and I was blessed on it on my homepage. And I want to reiterate and elaborate more on some of the points that she indicated, because I feel like these tips are very imperative and sometimes not often something you think about when it comes to fashion. Oftentimes we think of fashion regarding styling, but I think these tips even go beyond that. I will be linking Phoebe's video down below, so don't forget to check it out. I also want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring. More of them later, but let's get into some of the tips. My first reason why you might hate your outfits is because the way you dress does not directly reflect your lifestyle. And this I actually separated into two categories, such as home and surrounding location. What is comfortable for you would be reflected in your surroundings and your lifestyle. The way you interact with your surroundings and the type of activities you do is gonna inspire the way you choose to dress. I am someone who really gets inspired by other people's fashion, especially the people around me, and living in an area that I don't really have the access to those kind of interactions, it limits my inspiration. So then I look into inspiration online, and a lot of the people that I do end up getting fashion inspiration don't have the same lifestyle. They probably don't live in the same areas as I do. For instance, I do follow a lot of different European fashion creators, and to be more specific, people who live in Paris. I know that they're constantly interacting with the city on a daily basis, because Paris is such a dense city that you're gonna be having those interactions constantly. You're gonna be seeing people everywhere, whether that's just walking down the street, taking the metro, going to a museum, getting coffee. People are constantly around you all the time. As someone who grew up in the suburbs such as Los Angeles, even though it is a very diverse community, it is so massive that people don't really walk around here, and you don't see those physical interactions as much. There's instances where I love wearing an outfit like this, which is kind of see-through and on top. I do feel comfortable wearing this around Los Angeles, but I know if I go out in this top later on to walk my dogs, I will be getting looked at. And it's not the type of looks you think. It's like, oh, she's being like too sexy. And it's those interactions where I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. It wouldn't be the same attention that I would get if I was wearing this in Silver Lake. And regarding the subcategory of home, I do feel like Phoebe made such an amazing tip. That is, if you like have a disorganized space, clutter can be a distraction to the flow of your creativity. I don't know about you, but I've had this instances where I finally picked my outfit and I'm looking at it in the mirror and still feel like something's off. Not realizing is because after I just made the decision of picking my outfit, I have such a big mess around me that I created to get ready, and I'm still trying to look at myself and be like, okay, is this the outfit that I like? Knowing that all these things that I created a chaos in didn't really make me feel great in the outfit that I chose. Another reason why you might hate your outfits, the way you store your clothes makes them inaccessible. Even though you might have an organized closet, I feel like where your clothing is stored is stifling your creative process with picking an outfit and thus hating your style. Very applicable to me. If you've seen any of my closet declutters, you know that I have closets all around the home. I have a closet in my room, and then I have a closet in the hallway, literally directly right here. I have all of my jackets and bottoms on this side of the closet, and in the closet in my room there's tops. And so when I'm creating my outfit, I have to come all the way to the hallway to pick a bottom and then bring it all the way back room to pick a top, or vice versa. Either way, I think this constantly going back and forth within closets stops the flow of the way you want to pick your outfit, because it creates even more distractions. If you have so much stuff stored in one area and it's really hard to get any of the clothing pieces out, and you can't physically see the piece while you're flipping through it, it's gonna feel cluttered, it's gonna feel like a mess, and it's gonna stop you from understanding how to put an outfit together, because there is no ease when you're looking at your clothing pieces. This is actually something that happened to me recently, and it made me realize, you know what, maybe it's time to declutter. So I think for sure having your wardrobe organized and accessible really helps in the long run. Another reason why you might hate your outfits is because your mirror is far from your clothes. You have your mirror next to where your clothes are stored. You can easily look at yourself in front of the mirror and be like, wait, do I like this top? Wait, no, let me see. I think this one looks better. There's a quicker feedback to the pieces that you're trying to style. Where your clothes are stored is far from the mirror. You tend to bring many more options with you to the mirror and likely start creating like a big pile of clothes, which then creates a mess, which, what did we say? Clutters your space. And I feel like cuts the time when getting dressed because you're not constantly moving back and forth in between spaces. That is definitely something that I am looking into changing. I did not realize the way I stored my clothes, or even just the way I interiorly designed my home, can affect the way I am choosing the clothes that I'm wearing and affect the way I feel about them. And I think that is very, very true. And obviously, if you can't see all your clothes, you tend to pick something that isn't the best selection that you were going for, or you forget some of the things you own. So then it's like you're rediscovering your wardrobe. So I did want to talk about this whole mirror thing because maybe you have your closet organized and have a mirror next to you. So this probably isn't an issue, but it definitely is something that I feel some of us go through. So this next one is something that I agree with Phoebe. And it's something that I've actually been thinking about a lot lately. That is that you might not like your outfits because you don't have like a particular haircut or hairstyle. I think the way you style your hair does a lot. I personally feel like hair is a statement. Just like with accessory, there's so many interesting ways you can style your hair. It's another form of getting creative with your personal choices. It's interesting because I'm actually in this part of my life right now where I finally got my hair to the length that I've always wanted. But through the process of growing my hair, I didn't know how to style it, and I would stick to specific hairstyles such as curling it most of the time or putting it up in a bun. We tend to wear our hair similar every day, so you're kind of stuck in this similar routine, so it doesn't feel special. I have had my signature hair for a while that now I'm craving like a drastic change, or even like having a hairstyle and feeling like you're connected to that hairstyle so it becomes a part of who you are. And so I also feel like when you have a distinct haircut that you enjoy and always are cutting your hair into, it is part of like, okay, I'm making a statement as well. But I think sometimes a lot of us are stuck in our routine, how we style our hair. Comes to getting dressed, it is a whole cohesive thing. It's like you're the blank canvas and you're going to start adding different layers of paint. That might be one of the reasons that sometimes you get dressed and you're like, why do I not like my outfit? It's maybe because you've been styling your hair the same way for each outfit. It's so funny because I actually text my cousin earlier today about a haircut. She's my hairstylist. I send her a photo. I'm like, I want to do this. And she's like, oh my God, let's do it. And I'm like, really? Don't tell me, because I am impulsive. I'm trying to decide if I want to because it is a big drastic change. Another reason is because you're buying items solely for special occasion. You buy an item for a special occasion, rationalizing the purchase by telling yourself you're going to rewear it for another special occasion, but they end up being one-off pieces. I think this happens because you're trying to match a feeling with this experience. This goes back to your lifestyle. How many times do you go out? I finally have this event I'm going to. Let me buy this piece for it, and I'll wear it for the next one. The next one comes around, you're like, you know what? Actually, this event is a little bit different. I don't think my last piece is as special for this event, so I'm gonna get another one. So it's just this never-ending cycle of buying items solely for these occasions. It's for sure a cycle that I would get into high school, going into college. I remember it would be a ritual like Friday night before we're going out. Like we would go to like a fashion queue together. Not only about picking the outfit, it was the feelings and the vibes that I was attaching to it, you know, meeting up with my friends, going shopping together, picking outfits for our night outs together, and like consoling one another about it, and then creating this overall feeling and attachment to this special occasion and the outfit, that when it came to the next time we went out, we're like, okay, that outfit I wear for that thing, I'm gonna choose something else, you know? In that way, I was thinking about my items in the short run instead of long term. If you're picking your items based on solely special occasions, yeah, they may have great memorabilia, but because to keep that piece special, sometimes you refuse to wear it to other things. We need to think of our pieces fully long term, which I know most of us do, but I'm just saying. Another reason is you're not dressing based on how you feel. And you know, this is something that I am an advocate for. I think Phoebe made this great statement about you feel ugly, you should dress ugly. I think sometimes we get this idea of like, well, if I don't feel my best, maybe picking an outfit would help that. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe you trying to not flow with how you're feeling has the opposite effect. You end up feeling worse and be like, why am I trying to feel something that I'm not? Take the opportunity to discover your personal style based on how you're feeling. And this really just helps manifest your personal style into different ways of self-expression. And I feel like if you really lean into the vibe that you are feeling, that it's gonna make you experiment with more of your fashion choices and thus help you create an even more cohesive style. And then in the long run, you will be feeling more comfortable in yourself and the style choices you pick. And the last tip that I have, you care too much of what other people are thinking. I think this is a very valid thing. I think a lot of us, you know, when we are getting dressed, there is this perception we're putting out there. I mean, we're making choices with how we are expressing ourselves. Fashion is part of trying to fit in, you know, so you don't really get to really lean into the vibe you're dressing because you're thinking about what other people are gonna say, and because people will tell you how they feel about how you dress. I've been there. I know, for instance, if I would meet my brother in this outfit today, he'd be like, why are you wearing that hat? You came back from France, you think you're cool now? It's little things like that. You're like, okay, I don't know, but I made a choice and I like my choice. And it's kind of now letting those little comments affect choices that you made with your style, because at the end of the day, he ain't wearing this goddamn hat. I am wearing this goddamn hat, and I feel cute, so whatever. Don't worry, I love my brother, we're cool, but he be like that sometimes. So those are all of my tips. Before we end the video, let's talk about Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting or managing a growing business, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website and sell anything from products to content, all in one place and all in your own terms. Squarespace has thousands of flexible layouts that are customizable, and you can add really cool and unique features such as video reviews and product add-ons. Also introduced a new feature called Design Intelligence, which combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. It empowers anyone to build a beautiful and more personalized, tailored website for your own needs. Also now print shipping labels directly from Squarespace. You can give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, Afterpay, and ClearPay. If you are interested, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use code Karina Gomez for 10% off a website or domain. All right, let me know if you relate to any of these, or if you have other insights you feel like that has stifled your creativity when creating your outfits, and maybe why you dislike them. Let me know down below. I would love to hear them. And thank you so much to Phoebe for the inspiration. I am just on this interesting journey of figuring out cohesively how I want my wardrobe to be in the next couple years, and really enjoying the process and trying to figure that out for myself. So I really want to share ideas and topics surrounding this. But if you did enjoy it, please let me know by giving this video a like and subscribing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye.